All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Iconic DD, and you guys said that you wanted a part two, so here is part two. Today, I'm going to tell you some important things about the backdrop that you need to know, and I'm going to tell you how to sell it to your customers. Okay? All right. First things first. When I said size didn't matter in part one, size really does matter because you know that you're making this as a small image, and you're going to have to scale it all the way up to keep the best quality. So I have a local printer and I send it to my local printer as a PDF print, and everything comes out great. So that's what I would recommend you guys to do. All right, guys, all you need to do these balloons is a circle frame. You see that circle frame? Just go to Elements and Frames and get the frame, and then you can type in what kind of balloon color that you want. You can also go to Google if you want to be more exact and more specific to the color. I go to Google and I actually go to a balloon website and get the exact colors I want. But for this, I just use the balloons in Canva. And as you can see, their white balloon was different from the balloon I used. You can move it around just so it looks good as a circle. And you see how that looks nice? Okay, make sure that you keep it as a circle because it's easy for the balloons to move around and get reshaped. As you're going to see, mine gets a little reshaped. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and fix them back. Now, if you don't want to use that white, you can also change the frame to a color, which is what I did for white originally. But for the video, we're going to go ahead and just use the white balloon that we put in at first. Okay, so once you do that, you can go ahead and kind of set the scene of how you will want the balloons to look. You can go ahead and make you quads of balloons. You can make 3 balloons, 4 balloons, however you want to do it. There's really no wrong or right way to do this. I see how my balloons came a little bit unshaped. I didn't like the shape, so I'm going to fix it. But like I said, there's no wrong or right way to do this because you can really shape the balloons how you want. So I showed you several different ways to shape the balloons. You can sit them to the side and group them together. You can also put them on one by one. It's much easier if you group them. And see how easy it is? You can just add them to the top two, and then you can just go ahead and fix them later. You can make them bigger or smaller as well. However you design it is all up to you. This is when you bring in your creativity, and this is when you have to wow your customers, so you want to make it look as good as possible. Now, guys, another thing that I do want to tell you about the backdrop is that it's your choice whether you show the backdrop with balloons or not. It's definitely a way to elevate your business and show a backdrop. I actually show this to customers. Everybody does not show the balloons to customers because they don't want to over deliver to the customers and show them something that they can't do. So if you're going to do this for your customers, you can definitely show it to them. It's really your choice. I show it to my customers because I know I can provide the same look. So I also do tell my customers that this is a mock-up. This is going to be similar to what your design will look like, okay? And if you're just doing the backdrop, you can just show them the backdrop. You don't have to do the balloons. Or if you want them to have an idea of what balloons look like, you can just tell them this is an idea, okay? It doesn't have to be shown. That's your choice, okay? And as you can see here, I'm just duplicating the steps. I did a black balloon. I searched black balloon and put it in a frame, move it around and make it look good circle. And then I put these balloons on one by one to show you can also put them on one by one. And also you can go ahead and ungroup the balloons and make them single balloons if you want to go ahead and add in a couple like single big balloons and small balloons. Okay, guys, it's really simple. And like, see how the purple balloons and the orange balloons are sitting off to the side? You can also go ahead and create your clusters up before you even put them on the balloon. Okay, so I wanted to show you that as well. You don't have to make it right here. You can just make up a cluster and add it to the balloons. And then you can make them smaller, bigger, however you want. And once you get these balloons to look how you look, you'll play with it the whole time. I will tell you that I move the balloons the whole time until I find a design I like. And once you find the design you like, you want to go ahead and add in the specialty balloons. As you can see on the side, those are the aluminum balloons. They do cost a little more, so you definitely want to charge your customer more for those balloons. Um, you just go to Google, and for the mock-up, you can search any one. I used that pumpkin originally, but for the video, I decided to use a different balloon so we can see how a different balloon looks, okay? You'll just copy and paste that, and then remove the background and add it to your mock-up, okay? Now, you want to be careful so that the mock-up of this balloon doesn't go in the other balloons. You'll have to lock the position if you want to put this right on top of another balloon, okay? And then see how I'm adding them in? You just go ahead and add them in. You can Google a ghost balloon, pumpkin balloon, and a black balloon is called a starburst balloon, okay? And I use starburst balloons in a lot of my setups. They're my favorite. So I always have to go ahead and add in a little starburst balloon. All right, guys, here is where it gets fun. This is how you line it up for your customers. This is what I show my customers. When I send this to them, it already has the prices on it, so they can go ahead and pick what they want. I also add in the balloons, which are a separate price. However much you charge for your balloons, go ahead and put that on there as well. And then I add in other stuff that might not be in the picture, like party favors. And if they ask to see a mock of what party favors would look like to match this backdrop, I will go ahead and show them that so I can seal the deal and they can buy the party favors as well. And then if you want to do a part three, we can definitely go ahead and do a part three and put some party favors
So I
with
definitely
this
add
same
those
backdrop.
in to
If you
be a
want to know
special
how I would
edition,
match it,
and they can
put
go ahead
part
and pick
three
how many
in the
marquee letters they
comments.
want because they're $65 a letter to rent. So I will go ahead and say that. And for this, I just put an A. Since we have Amir's name, I just went ahead and copied this letter A marquee. The ones in Canva, I didn't really care for them, so I went ahead and found this one on Google. Just go ahead and remove the background and then size it up because the marquee letter is about 4 to 5 feet, which is going to be half of the size of the backdrop. Okay. So once you add the marquee letter in, you can definitely go ahead and add balloons to the marquee letter to give it that razzle dazzle that we know we have to give all our looks. Okay. And this is me just playing around with how you want to add the balloons, guys. However you do that is your choice. And this is pretty much the end, guys. You can add in as many things to the list as you want. I definitely been able to get my customers to buy everything I listed, even though that's not what they were shopping for. So you definitely got to be creative with how you guys do your customers. And this is me just showing an example of what I show the customers. The backdrop can come in 2 different sizes as well. All right. And then this is a backdrop that I actually got printed out. And I'm going to go ahead and loop a video in of the printed backdrop. And then this is another backdrop that I actually got printed out. Wow, look at these. All made from Canva. And I printed in a PDF print. Okay, they came out beautiful, guys. And I did the balloons as well. You see that razzle dazzle I put on there? Yes. All right. So this is the end of the video, guys. If you made it to the end of the video, this is when I tell you to subscribe to my channel because you must come back and see what I'm doing. And I would love for you to come back. Definitely go ahead and like this. Go ahead and say hi to me in the comments. Talk to me in the comments because I definitely talk back, guys. Go ahead and tell me what you thought of part 2. And guess what? Do you want part 3? Okay? Go ahead, subscribe, like, share, comment. You know your friends are going to want to see. And go ahead and print in PDF print. Bye.